All right, what's up, you guys? It's Professor Pragmatic, and I'm here with another video talking about the 10 myths of love. And so, with the 10 myths of love, there's a lot of talking in the air about what love is and what love isn't, you know what I'm saying? So, we're going to talk about the myths today about what love isn't. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so first one is love is enough to make a relationship work. While love is a really strong force of energy, it's not enough to sustain a relationship or be enough for life in general. You know what I'm saying? And so you still need things like communication, trust, compromise, and effort, from both parties in order to keep the relationship going and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Love alone isn't enough. And so the next myth is opposites attract. While differences can add excitement to a relationship, research shows that compatibility in values, interests, and lifestyles is more crucial for long-term success. Similarities often create a stronger bond and mutual understanding, which means that, while they say opposites attract, it's really those that can find, a happy medium between each other, of shared values and things that they can work on together rather than, being necessarily opposite. And this can play a crucial role when you find somebody that does have shared values or is willing to have shared values with you, because opposites, you do this, you play basketball and they play soccer, you like it hot, they like it when it's cold, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that can cause problems and mischief amongst each other. And so shared values are more important than opposites. Okay, next, there's a perfect soulmate for everyone. While people think that there's a perfect soulmate for everyone, this type of mentality can lead to unrealistic expectations, and it's more about practicality. It's more about finding someone who you could build with, and have a healthy relationship with long term, rather than the perfect soulmate you just know from the start, just from the eye contact that you and them are going to be great together and stuff like that. That's bullshit. So there's a perfect soulmate for everyone. I'm pretty sure there's a soulmate for people, but it depends on how you work at it to achieve that. It'd be like having a puppy. You can get a puppy, but the reality of the puppy is maintaining it every single day, make sure it's healthy and up to date with this vaccinations and stuff like that, so that it can live a long, healthy life, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's the same with relationships. It's not about my soulmates out there somewhere. It's about, let me find somebody and build something special with them. You know what I'm saying? So remember that. The next one is jealousy is a sign of love. And so, jealousies often stem from insecurities and can lead to controlling behaviors and stuff like that. And it can be very detrimental to relationships, you know what I mean? And so, healthy love is based on trust, you know what I'm saying? And so, I wouldn't say it's based on ownership or possessing somebody, you know what I'm saying? And so, or obsessing over somebody. And so, jealousy is not a sign of love. You know what I'm saying? It's a sign of jealousy. And so, know that a good sign of love is trust, like we said. It's important to build on trust so that both parties feel comfortable, doing things, saying things, and inviting each other on different, outings and events and stuff like that, because they can trust each other, you know what I'm saying? And so this leads to a stronger bond and a stronger outcome. And so The next myth, number 5, is you shouldn't have to work at your relationships. In the reality of the situation, we all need to work on our relationships. You know what I'm saying? It would be ridiculous for one to think that you don't have to work on your relationship. It just happens. It just occurs. Like you just sit there and let it all come in and stuff. It's not. That's not how relationships work. You know what I'm saying? You really have to put in the work. You really have to put in the effort. You really have to put in the goals and achievements and accomplishments in order to make your relationship thrive. The next one is love means never having to say you're sorry. And so while that sounds right, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do have to apologize, and sometimes you do have to admit that you're wrong, and sometimes you do have to, bite the bullet type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this can feel better for your partner. You know what I'm saying? When you actually acknowledge and admit that you were wrong in a situation, it shows accountability and responsibility. And this is the type of things that women and men look for in a relationship, is somebody who's accountable and who's responsible with their accountability. If you never have to say sorry in your relationship, I don't even know if it's much of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You've done wrong, and you've gotten past the fact that you have to be accountable for it. And so it's just things like that where I would feel like the most important thing in this part is to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? And so remember that. Next is number 7, is communication only matters in times of conflict. Now this can't be more from the truth. Communication is a big pillar of solid relationships and healthy relationships. It takes a lot of good, open, effective communication in order to build a strong bond between two partners. And so only communicating when there's a conflict shows signs of weak bonding and weak trust. You know what I'm saying? And so how are you supposed to know what's going on with that person if you never communicate? You know what I'm saying? How are you supposed to know what's going on in the relationship if you never communicate? How are you supposed to know what's coming next if you never communicate? You know what I'm saying? And so communicating only in time of conflict is bullshit. And so that leads me to number 8, which is long distance relationships can't work. While we all believe that long distance relationships are pretty garbage, there has been signs that have shown that some long distance relationships work out for the best. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are 20, 40, 60 year long relationships. You know what I'm saying? And so just be mindful that some people in some places do long distance relationships for work. And so if you get scammed by a person, let's say catfish or something like that, it can be bad. You can't feel wrong, especially if you've been associated with that person for more than a year or so, and you meet them and they're a catfish. That can go really wrong and stuff like that. But doesn't mean that long distance relationships can't work. They definitely can. And so this leads me to number 9, which is love at first sight is real. That is complete bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you why it's complete bullshit. Because while you might be completely attracted to that person at first sight, you don't love that person at first sight. You know what I'm saying? You might want to do a lot for them to please that person at first sight, but you do not love that person at first sight. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a total different notion. You know what I'm saying? When you're completely infatuated with somebody versus when you love them. You know what I'm saying? And so instant attraction can happen, but it's not something like love. Love is over time. Love is a continuous process. I truly know that love doesn't happen at first sight. You can feel real infatuated, but after a couple months, a couple years, or something like that, that can die off real fast. You know what I'm saying? And that instant attraction turns into something else. And so remember that. This leads me to my last one, which is couples should have no secrets. Now, while in a perfect world, it sounds like, relationships, like partners shouldn't have secrets. It, you know, everybody has their own lives, you know what I'm saying? And so if someone has a secret or so, it doesn't necessarily deteriorate trust or cripple the relationship at all. It's just some people have their own secrets, you know what I'm saying? And so if you're lucky enough to have your partner and share some of their secrets with you, that's great, you know what I'm saying? But if not, don't be deterred just because they're not sharing their secrets with you. Okay. And so that's the 10 myths about love. You know what I'm saying? And so remember this, because there's a lot of myths out there about love, and a lot of people think, oh, love isn't real and stuff like that. And I'm gonna make it a bonus one. I'm gonna say love isn't real. You know what I'm saying? That's a complete mistake to say. You know what I'm saying? And why I say that is because love is real. It's just that the people that most people deal with on a daily basis to try to pursue love aren't people that are worth pursuing love with. You know what I'm saying? So it takes hard work and dedication to build a strong, passionate love. And a lot of people think that love is sex and love is teddy bears and chocolate, and love is buying a whole bunch of gifts and stuff like that. But that's not nearly love. You know what I'm saying? Love is taking care of somebody in their need, wanting the best for somebody at all times, being willing to work through struggles and problems with that person, to problem solve, to get to the other side and make it. Let's just stand down with somebody when they're at rock bottom and making sure that they make it back to the top. Just things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Love is crucial in a relationship, but it doesn't mean everything, you know what I'm saying? And so just know that love is real, and that the ones that are saying love isn't real and stuff like that is because they chose a lot of wrong partners in order to try to pursue love with them, and it didn't work out. And so they're more than discouraged about what love is and if it's real, because their lack of education leads them to believe that the pursuits that they took are actually pursuits of love and not infatuation or attraction. And so just remember this, you know what I'm saying? I want you to understand this stuff. It makes a whole lot of sense when you put it all together. You know what I'm saying? If you like this video and you haven't seen my last videos, go check those out. If not, just like, comment, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? And get this video out to people that need to hear it. I want to say also, I'm gonna be making more videos coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And hit the little notification bell just to make sure that you get all my videos up to date. You know what I'm saying? And you don't miss out on a good study. You know what I'm saying? And so I want you to know that there's a lot of myths in love, and sometimes it's about debunking them so that you don't fall for some of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Some of that nonsense, some of that Confucius. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You don't want to be confused by the negative notions of love that's not even true. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, if you like this content, like, comment, subscribe, follow. You know what I'm saying? Share. I'm going to, be trying to build this channel up so that people can really understand what love's like and what a healthy relationship is, and actually be in one before they die, so that they actually have that experience. And hopefully the marriage rate goes up a little higher, and then and the divorce rate goes down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That would be nice. All right, you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.